Bazinga. Well, time to look through these blankets, find the 2 throws. What's up, guys? So, well, I mean, I don't think I need to explain it. You probably read the title. You probably know we're washing blankets. But here's the thing. I am going to separate my 5 blankets into 3 different loads of blankets. Now, hear me out on this. If I do this, then the end goal from it is hopefully avoiding balancing purgatory, avoiding it eating its own door seal again, and hopefully avoiding Sudslock purgatory as well. I do not want any of those things happening. Also, I want you guys to guess what's in the dryer. So I've got 2 king-size blankets, a full-size blanket, and 2 throws. So my plan for this is the 2 king-size blankets I'm going to wash on the actual blankets cycle, which I have only used, I think, a handful of times when I first bought the machine. So I don't remember what that's like, and I want to run it again. And then I've got 2 throws. I think I'm going to do those on towels. And then I've got this one oversized full, which is pretty thin. So I think I'll just give this one the white's heavy treatment or something. Actually, no. You know what? We'll do normal. Fuck it, we'll do normal with this one, and we'll see what happens. But normal with a pre-wash and a, between the medium heavy and heavy soil. We'll go hot water, obviously. And then, honestly, I'll throw it in spin only to do the spin, because, yeah. I'll give it all the extra rinses, and then since I'm going to stop it for spin only, I'll just cut it wherever it needs to be cut at. Detergent. Fuck, I didn't think this through. I could use a couple of different detergents for this, but, I think I'm going to Ariel the 2 Kings for scent. And then for this one, shit, what do I do for this one? Well, I guess Tide plus bleach? I don't want it to Sudslock, though. Call me crazy. Don't want it to Sudslock. How peculiar. What do I do in such a scenario? You know what? I know what I'll do. I'll use a Persil pod for the pre-wash, and then for the main wash, I'll throw in a power pod. Although no, this is, what am I thinking? This should be the gain load. I should power pod whatever actually needs to get cleaned more. I should go up and, yeah, that makes sense actually. I'm stupid. Okay. All right. Now, before we start this, your time is up to guess what's in the dryer. None of you guys would have possibly guessed this. Oh wait. Okay, Melina did guess. It's Pop-Tarts. Let's see if it worked. Let's see if, by some miracle, this actually worked. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't, right? Okay. Oh, yeah, it worked. Why wouldn't it? Put 2 tablespoons. I want you hung. Ethan is no longer a real one. Hang on, I'm setting up my tripod a little still. Honestly, I'm taking the pre-wash away. I don't think it needs it. What's up, remember me? I am on Streamlabs, so for me, it just shows me that your name is Pine Tree. I don't see PFPs or anything, really. I can't even see who's a mod. Pull up the Suavitel liquid. Not the Suavitel liquid, but the softener. "49 minutes. It is sensed in for this. And I feel like that's pretty solid. I wonder if the AI is going to detect that this is a fucking blanket and do anything different. It better. Also, we're doing this on warm, so we're going to actually have some heat going on. So maybe the gain will set up a little more. I used to be in Kiernan's lives all the time, and I was here, just haven't watched for a long time. Well, that's probably why I don't recognize... I recognize someone by the name of Pine Tree, but it would take me to actually see the PFP to make the connection. That's just how I am. My night is just horrible tonight, and I got no one to talk to. I'm sorry to hear that. But hey, all we can do is live. What's up, Kiernan? You see the bubbles? And now all 5 washers formed in. Fuck yeah. You know what? If you're willing to wait 47 minutes, I can end this one and we could start one on your channel. I would say we could do it on mine, but I feel like I've streamed too many times over the past couple days. I feel like I'm gonna get shadow banned if I keep going. If I'm not already. I can't right now, sorry. That's alright. Now we can't fucking see anything. I've got a rag here, hang on. It's smells great in there. Yeah, okay, that didn't do much of anything. Why is it doing filtration now? The AI actually is doing something different for this cycle. We're doing filtration again. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I can relate to that. Hang on. I'm moving my chair. If I pause it and unpause it again, will it give me another filtration? Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that, Pine Tree. Nope. So it must have been the AI that just randomly decided filtration, go. I really wish we didn't have to employ AI into fucking everything. To be fair, though, the LG's AI, from what I've seen, this AI does nothing. I mean, it'll occasionally, and by occasionally I mean like once in a blue moon, it will decide to do something different. But it's still not an actual AI. That's just a term they're using. It's an algorithm that just decides which motion to use. That is aggressive. Is that an LG? Yeah, it is. This is the mega capacity one. The 8900.
36. I had someone in my other stream earlier who also had a 36. Oh. If it does stepping, then it's not doing anything. Oh, but it's doing it in that direction for once. Sorry for ranting. No, man, it's fine. I get it. Don't ever apologize for that. I wonder if the AI will do anything. I thought it did earlier. I could have sworn. God damn, that's aggressive. It's just slapping the shit out of it. Well, these aren't aggressive tumble patterns. It's just the way that the blanket is behaving makes it really aggressive. The action this is giving here is honestly really nice. We're doing the faster tumbles now. Yeah, the Maytags made starting in like the early 2010s going to now are really bad. I don't like them. You can never go wrong with LG unless it's one of the modern front loaders. Not front loaders, sorry, top loaders. Top loaders. The new top loaders, while they're still pretty good for what else is out there, no top loader nowadays is good. This is a very strange normal cycle we've been doing so far. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's just throwing it, dude. Now we're adding water. The front of it is just kind of rolling, which is weird. Not like rolling in like a sense of, oh, it's not getting clean. It's just doing it weird. Now there's a bit more water in there, though. This is looking pretty good. I'm really liking this. Okay, we just did a little bit of stepping again. Back to slow tumbles. You know, I always say that you should never put blankets on, like, normal cycles or quick washes. I honestly think this is going pretty well. It just primed the motor again. I think it's going to do another motion. No, it's not. Oh? Oh, okay. We're draining now. That was really abrupt. What the hell? Oh! Did it really just smack the cabinet? It hasn't done that in a minute. Oh, that caught me off guard. That came out of nowhere. It just... Oh my god. I can't with the laugh. Everyone tells me my laugh is funny. I don't really get it. I don't think it's that funny. Then again, it could be because it is my own laugh, but I still don't really get it. God. It's about to do it again, I bet. If it balances like that on the side again, it's probably gonna do it. Should we watch it balance from the... Let's watch it balance from the back, actually. Let's do that. Change the camera. That's not a great view. Hang on. Oh, it's got it now. Never mind. That was short-lived. Now, I'm gonna need to stop this before it decides to suds lock. Because if I don't, it will. I hear it. It's attempting to. It wants to suds lock. Actually, I think we're good. I think we are actually good. I hear the water, but I don't think it's suds locking. Oh yeah, we're not. I guess Gain is my answer for the detergent I need to use if I don't want to suds lock. Maybe I will literally reserve Gain for the normal cycle if that's the case. All LGs like to suds lock all the time. No one really knows why. I've always assumed it's like a combination of like because of the tilted drum and because they like to speed up pretty fast. I've always considered the combination of those two to be the reason. Why do I hear it squeaking? Oh, it's just the motor noise. The motor has a slight, like, grunt to it. That's what I'm hearing. I just realized, well, I mean, there wasn't that much detergent. I mean, okay, there wasn't that many suds in the wash, so if there is any detergent left in that blanket, well, there's a significant amount in the blanket still, I'm sure, but I don't think it would come out. I think the spin took care of the most of it. Oh, okay. I look away for 10 seconds after saying that. And then this is what's going on. Okay, well, I do have softener in there. I do. Oh, yeah. Now we're on the door seal. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We're making up for what we didn't have in the wash. That's what we're doing here. Those are very liquid suds, though, so that's good. I can see by the way that it's behaving. The suds on the inside are light and airy, but these ones coming out of the door seal, it's almost like it's water. No, don't start giving me that. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, great filtration rinse going on here. Okay, the blanket is definitely getting clean. So, if the wash didn't give me the confidence, now I have it. And those are very liquid suds. Like, it's almost like water. You can see it. That is water. That is water coming out of the seal now. That's not suds anymore. This isn't nearly as bad as I thought it was. Well, it's probably because you don't wash blankets on normal. Oh, are you serious? Why? Why didn't it speed it up? That would have been awesome. I'm disappointed. I'm actually kind of upset at that. You're right, I wash blankets on heavy duty. Don't do that. Do not wash blankets on heavy duty. Heavy duty is a horrible cycle for that. Heavy duty uses a very, very low water level. I mean, if you want, start your machine on heavy duty and come back a couple minutes later and see the water level it decides to. It's not great, I'll tell you that. Why does the pump sound like that? Oh, now it's just... Oh. Okay. Alright, now we're... I rarely use the bedding cycle because the spin. The spin is the one thing that keeps me from using the bedding cycle. Also, it's just overall not very aggressive. My alternative for the bedding cycle now is the towel cycle. Doesn't have a towel cycle. Okay, whites then. Whites heavy soil. That's the second best choice. That balanced it pretty quickly. So doing this genuinely is probably faster than shoving it all in at once. Okay. Well, let's just suds lock on the rinse thing. But not the wash. Does that make sense? No. Jets turn on in a second, and they're just going to be straight white. Yep. So it's got this rinse, and then another rinse to clear up as much suds as possible, and then the third rinse is going to be fine because it's going to have a softener. They don't have much water going to them right now. As a matter of fact, they've got almost no water going to them at all right now. That blanket just keeps soaking all of it up. Oh no, it's there. I see it. It's just weak for some reason. Now we're there. We're almost there at least. The recirculation helps out a ton. More than you'd expect. Oh, well, all of the suds are gone now. Oh, that water's kind of cloudy, though. Honestly, it's fine. It's just the water that's cloudy. Also, we're filling to the door seal on normal? It doesn't do this on normal, ever. I don't know what the plan is here. Did the valve just die? Oh, no, there we go. What do you mean that's the level we're gonna rinse at? Hello? What are we doing? Oh, but this is great action, though. Holy crap. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I might do all the blanket loads on normal. Just to see what happens. This is impressive. Although, I think I'll do that a different time. These blankets haven't been washed in longer than the period that I usually... How do I say this? It's been a long time since I washed the blankets, longer than I usually do. Because the whole situation happened, then I didn't want to do anything. That whole thing. So, I think we'll just continue on with what the actual plan was. I'm going to take off the extra rinse. No, because why are you at 10 minutes? Hello? No, I didn't want you to continue rinsing. Okay, I'll add an extra rinse, and then this will be considered the... Okay, I guess we're gonna rinse just a little longer. I don't know what the fuck... What was that about? I honestly want to say that that was an error, and that it didn't mean to do that. It's the only thing that logically makes sense. But you know what? No. We are going to do this for all the blanket loads. I have to know, guys. Not only did this feel like it actually did quite a bit to clean it, but I've got to know if this AI is actually doing anything at all. Because this is the most left field stuff I have ever seen this machine do on normal. I have never seen it behave this way. Okay. Moving on to the final rinse. How much you want to bet it's going to smack the cabinet again? You know what, guys? Should I restart the whole thing of trying to film every cycle on the machine? I didn't make it very far, but I feel like restarting it. Just 'cause. I do a lot more laundry now. Just because I have the laundry to do. Some of these AI cycles, not the AI cycles, but some of the downloaded cycles, just really... Every cycle on this machine is so different. It totally could have done that. It just needed to speed up a little more. I'll also be interested to see how it will change or if it will, at least, change what it does for, like, this single blanket, the 2 throws, the 2 king-size ones. That's going to be really interesting. I'm quite excited for that. I think I will throw a pre-wash onto those ones just because they are big. But other than that, I think I'll use the same settings for all of these. And just see what happens. That is perfectly balanced. Holy shit. I subscribed. Thank you. I really appreciate it. How much of this softener do I have left after that? Oh, I have enough for both the loads. Yeah, we're good. Do I have any other hobbies other than washers? Yes. I like trains. You know, classic autism starter pack. Obviously, right? I love trains. Honestly, washers are like my side thing. Trains are like my main thing. Of course, I like both, though. There's an RPM that permits a fall from 12 to 6 o'clock. In practice, it's a little different. Anyways, it looks like it was just... it was just under, then just over that RPM a few times. It made it interesting. My hobby is robot vacuums, but washers are my secondary. I was robot vacuums for a hot minute. Not really anymore. I kind of fell out of that, but... I had quite the collection for a minute. Not a huge collection. I think the most I ever had at once was 7, maybe 8. I think it was 7, though. Okay, let's just not tumble the blanket. What?
There we go. I always wanted this one. Okay, there's two actually. There's two robot vacuums I always wanted. Actually, no, never mind. Scratch that. There's three. Three I've always wanted and I never had. One, probably because it was never in the US, I don't think. The LG HomeBot Square. I'm the LG guy. I loved that thing. That thing was awesome. Way ahead of its time. If I ever need one, I'm getting that. If I can find it. Somehow. That thing was awesome. The other two are ones that I had when I was very young. One of these being an old Roomba 4000, you know, the ones that, like, the plastic one looking things. With, like, the rubber clean button. The really, like, right after the Discovery came out. I loved the Discovery, too. I always wanted one of those, but I know they're, like, semi-common. It was red, and it had a single clean button. The 400, yes, the 400 series, yes. It was red and had a single clean button on it, didn't have a dock, and that was it. Oh, what's up, Ryan? And the third one that I always wanted, it was a 500 series, and it had a brush roll that was similar to Nito's, but imagine it's in a Roomba. It's really complicated. I think it's the 520. Holy quick latency. Yeah, no, Streamlabs does that. The 530 with the rare brush style. Well, I had one. Here's a fucking story. I was 3 years old. Thing's been throwing Charging Error 5 apparently as long as I've been alive at that time. And, you know, autism, one thing leads to another. I take the thing apart, put it back together again, and it magically works. Is my PC in the garage? Yeah, it's right behind me. I'm just kind of locked in on this because this is wildly interesting. The AI actually does do something. It just so happens. Nito killed off Wi-Fi for their bots. Okay, well, me and Ryan threw it off a fucking train tunnel, so that piece of shit is long gone. I don't care anymore. Nito can do whatever the hell they want. I fucking hated that thing. I hated it. Okay. All right. Okay. Robot Vacuum Demos is in my server. I think he's seen it before. If not, the video is on my phone, so I'll send it later. But yeah, no, I fucking hate Nito. And it sucks, because they had such cool concepts and good designs, but they never fucking seemed to work. I had 4 of them, because I had to keep getting a new one every single time, because it would die within 6 months. The last one, miraculously, worked for a few years, but that was because I just left it in the garage and forgot about it for a couple years, too. Don't think I saw that one, but I did see where you put your i3 in the Waveforce. I have it! I have it right up there! I forgot about it! Oh my god! I forgot about it entirely! I forgot I had an i3. It never went inside the house. I had it in the garage for maybe a couple weeks. Oh, that thing, I hated it. I can't lie, I hated it. I hated the fucking thing. Now we're down to just the J7 Plus and the i7 Plus. The i7 Plus keeps erroring when it goes over this one carpet, so, I mean, whatever. But me and my mom are very fed up with them now, and we are never getting them again. I'm gonna get one. At least one. I'm probably gonna have a few. Because knowing me, I'm gonna be like, okay, fine. I have my own living space now. I guess I gotta find one. And then I'm gonna snap back into it like a fucking... I don't know. I don't have a good acronym for that or whatever. Not an acronym. A saying. I don't have a good saying I can use for that. But that's more than likely what's going to happen. And then I'm going to end up in like a fucking college dorm apartment with like a fucking a D7. No, like an XV21. An S9 Plus. Honestly, I could... The S9 Plus... I think... it was only downhill from there. I don't think we ever got a better one than the S9 Plus. I'm sorry. The S9 Plus and the M6, when they were together, that was the best you could have gotten. Now, I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do, but it's not working. It's not gonna work. The LG was probably the rarest robot you ever owned. Oh, I never owned the LG. I just said I really want one. That is my favorite. The S9 was when iRobot peaked. That's not when iRobot peaked. I feel like that's when everything peaked. Look at what's going on now. Look, I barely understand what's going on. But from my perspective of it, that was the peak of it all. And everything has gone downhill since then. I have strolled through Best Buy. Roborock's now at Best Buy. That's kind of cool. The Shark ones, okay. iRobot, fucking LiDAR for some fucking reason. Oh, and Eufy. Who knows what they're up to? I'm going to throw this on spin only so we can get it to go 7 trillion RPMs. I've also got a Samsung PowerBot that came from a pawn shop for $30. I was going to get a Samsung PowerBot. For a minute, I don't remember which one it was. It wasn't high end, it wasn't low end. It was somewhere in the middle. I think it was a 7040. Don't take my word on that, but I think it was a 7040. Mine's a 74. Okay. You know, I've always wanted a little, I'll call it a doohickey. I've always wanted one for the garage ever since I eviscerated the Nito. And honestly, I can't think of a better one for the garage than a scheduler. If I can get a scheduler in here, I'm set. I really don't mind. I traded my broken CleanMate 365 for a partly working Samsung Navibot. Oh, you are European. I want the LG upright. I don't know about the uprights. I don't know nothing about those. I am from Washington. Oh, it was imported. Oh, that's still awesome. I really like the look of the LG Cord Zeros, the original ones. I don't know what they're doing anymore, but. Yeah, I really don't know what they're up to now. But I can tell you one thing, me and my mom are fed up with the Roombas and stuff. Well, mostly she is. I don't really care. We have to start them from the app. The reason I'm fed up with them is because we have to start them from the app 9 times out of 10 now. For some reason, they just refuse to go if you hit the button. I have to go into the app and actually start them there. That's why I'm frustrated with them. But there's this one carpet in the living room that they can never do for some reason. And the recharge and resume thing, my mom low-key hates it. Honestly, my mom would be perfect if we got a couple of 800 series and just let them go. That would be perfect for her. That's what she needs. As long as they could remember where they were. Like, there needs to be a robot where you can actually choose how you want it to clean. If you want it to just be random, it can be random. If you want it to use whatever algorithm it does, you can do that. You were able to turn off recharge and resume with the Shark AI one. But I gave it to my math teacher, believe it or not. Right at the time where we were just completely fed up with them, we had the Nito in the garage and the Shark both in the garage. And we never used either of them because they were both out here. So, my mom, or actually no, this wasn't even my mom's decision. I just gave it to my math teacher because the dog that they had apparently just eviscerated the old one. So, who knows if it's still alive or not. If you want a robot like that, get a LaFont. What the fuck is a LaFont? Get a 900 series. We had a 900 series, but it's not exactly random. I actually have no idea where the 900 series went. My mom insists that we gave it to one of her family, that we gave it to like one of our family friends. But that's where the 800, that's where the 860 and the 860 went there. And the 655 went to my sister. So I don't know what happened to the 665 since then. So the 960 is still somewhere in the house. Well, I don't know where. It's probably buried in a closet somewhere. How does a dog take out a Roomba? Honestly, not that hard. They are made of plastic. My dilemma I've been having recently is, ever since I did the tunnel drop with the Nito, I've been wanting to do something similar, but just have it drive itself into the train. But the problem with that is, one, I'd need a random navigation one, and two, I don't want to do it to a random navigation one that's actually, like, cool. If I'm going to do it to something, it's going to be a piece of shit that nobody cares about. So there goes pretty much every random navigation iRobot out there. Buy a Serene Life robot vacuum. Those are pieces of crap. It would come from Facebook Marketplace because it would have to be cheap. It would be Facebook Marketplace. I would settle for like a 650 or something super common. Oh, no. No, I've got to get an iLife. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? That's what I do. I had a V... I think it's V. I had the V3 for a minute. The thing was awful. It was a cool little thing, but it barely did anything, because it was just the suction-only one. I figured since we have a bunch of Roombas and stuff, and only in the Nito, because that's all we had at the time, I was like, okay. This is like all good for carpet. Don't really got much for the hard floor though. So we got that thing. I have a V9E that I'm trying to sell because I can't find the charger. I mean, shit, I would take it if I didn't live in California. Honestly, it wouldn't have to be random navigation. It wouldn't. It could be like an i3 or something again. It just has to be smart enough. Not smart enough, sorry. It just... The only criteria for this would be it has to be stupid enough to drive itself willingly underneath a train. You have to put something over the drop sensors. That's what I did for the Nito. Except instead of driving around, it started tweaking out. So it would only back up. So I was like, okay, fine, just back yourself off. And it did. I'm great background noise, by the way. Please don't go bald. I could do it to like isn't there an i1 now? I think I saw that at Sam's Club once. I don't understand how you can go more bare minimum than an i3, really, if you're going to continue with that sort of thing. I don't know. I have an i1. How is that? Yeah, the only real criteria for it is it has to be the literal hang on. The literal only thing I need is that it has to be stupid enough to not see something coming towards it at 55 miles an hour. What is the I-55607? What the Where did they get that one from? They lost the plot. Oh, it's probably a mistype because the i7 exists and it's not in there, yeah. So yeah, I guess the only thing that wouldn't really work is a LiDAR. No, because even LiDAR would be fine. How the hell is it going to see that thing coming? So, I guess at that point, the only criteria is something that isn't cool. So, like, a random Eufy, a 650. I wouldn't do it to a 500 series, and I would, well, depends on which one it is. The 595, I would do it to. Very, very common. I had one for a minute. Any Nito. I would do it to, and no, because of the way that the Nitos work, it wouldn't. It just wouldn't do that, actually. It would do the thing where it would try to outline the cleaning area, and by the time that it actually wandered onto the tracks, the train is gone. I honestly think it has to be a Roomba, now that I think about this. It's the only thing that's just going to go in a straight line going from the start. I think it has to be a Roomba. That kind of sucks. A 600 series might be my only option. Maybe an 800. No, an 800 series would probably be the best fit just because they're pretty common. By the way, I have a just by any random navigation. Yeah, that's true. They do go straight. All right, hang on.
I'm gonna look at Bro's collection real quick.
Why do I have 9+ notifications? What the fuck? Okay. Oh my fucking god! Bro, it's a shelf full of them. I see a scuba, I think. Oh, there's a 240. I had a 240 for a minute. It was kind of cool. Oh, he's got one of them with the six arm side brush. I see it. Oh, that's peak. I bought cheap Chinese ones. And I used them for a hot minute, but I'm almost out of them. So for a while, I had a 6-arm side brush on the i7. What's up, Sean? This doesn't need to spin for another 3 minutes. It's been doing this for a long time.
You're going to be forced to watch the dryer for a minute because I am going to use the bathroom before starting the next load. I want to watch these loads in their entirety because this is really interesting. Not enough to where I care. Bedding with steam, very dry. Go, my scarab. Yeah, it's a good enough angle. Or actually, let's just do that. All right,
I'll be back in a couple minutes. Hopefully that was mildly entertaining at least. Then again, it is still just things spinning. Okay, here we go. We'll save the best for last. We'll save the 2 kings for last. We're gonna do the 2 throws. See what the computer decides about these. I'm gonna call it the computer. It's really not an AI. Thank God. AI is fucking stupid. Another reason why I don't like what modern robot vacuum manufacturers are doing, I guarantee you they're trying to pump AI into everything. Okay. Honestly, no. Give it 2 pre-washes and assume the same, I mean not 2 pre-washes, 2 extra rinses and assume that the same thing that happened last time is going to happen here. Same cycle. See what its plan is. How many cubic feet is this washer? 5.2. I'm already in a server of those people. Also, this has sensed in at 3 minutes less than the previous one. Yet the load is slightly bigger. So I think it must be a detection thing. Forgot I turned steam on. That's what I'm hearing. Oh no, not slightly. This is considerably larger. So yeah, I've got a couple of your mother's t-shirts in there. Here, give me a second. Okay, I'm back. What's up, Nate, the garage door fan? My washer always runs for 3 hours when I turn on steam. Well, I don't have steam on, so... the longest cycle the LG ever ran. It's the longest cycle on the machine at 4 hours and 41 minutes, I think. It might be 4 hours and 40 minutes.
What if I pause it and then unpause it? Is it going to do filtration again?
Or was that just a fluke? No, it was the AI that did that, I'm pretty sure. Am I the only one that can eat 4 Taco Bell stack? How long is this stream? Honestly, probably not the longest one that I've done. I'll probably be done... I've got this and then one more, so... I don't know. Also, Taco Bell, it does not faze me at all. So, I could probably eat more than 4 Taco Bell stackers. Although, I've never had a Taco Bell stacker. Are they good? No. The best thing from Taco Bell, the chicken. Those crispy chicken strips with the fire ranch sauce. Oh my God. Also, guys, I believe that crispy chicken strips are officially on the menu on Taco Bell permanently. I'm almost positive. I've never been happier in my life. I'll have to try them? Yes, you will. Because they're good. Well, let me tell you, you wouldn't expect Taco Bell to make such good chicken strips. But they do. They make those? Yes! Yes, they do! They're fire! When's the full cycle drive? Okay. I tried uploading it and YouTube just said no. I'm being so serious. It wasn't that I couldn't upload it. It's that everything was fine. It was uploading. And then it just said upload failed. So I tried it again. It did it again. So I'm just going to have to record it again and maybe it'll work. But I have not done towels since. Or at least not a large enough towels load. Oh, here we go. The AI is about to do something. A single stepping motion. Okay. We took a singular step. I've got a lot of machines on my roster for a first place. First, I'm going to need something reliable, though. So probably a direct drive is where I'll start. But, call me crazy, I want a TR7. Just because. I know that they suck. But it would be funny. Well, yeah, there's just no point in getting the TC5 when the mechanical timer ones exist. Hang on. I'm back. I was getting a cup of water. Did it do anything interesting while I was gone? Yeah, didn't he say that the TR7 had a control panel? I have never had a Dyson vacuum. I always thought they were kind of stupid. Then again, maybe now they have something new. Dysons are good. Melina, the robot ones are not, or they weren't at least Hi.
Oh, the Dyson air purifiers are also pretty cool. I always wanted one of those. I don't like air purifiers, but I mean, I always thought they were kind of cool. Air purifiers are good to have too. So like midnight, probably around then. This is 30 minutes left. Probably before that. I could promise it'll be before midnight. Yeah. Oh, we're attempting stepping. Have you ever had a voice assistant? Oh yeah, we have multiple Alexas. We hate them. I hate Alexa. She's so annoying. She randomly responds at times where you never ask her anything. And then when you do ask her something, it's the most useless answer ever. It has been pouring rain outside, and I have asked her if it's raining, and she has said it's not going to rain today. Siri does it way less, though. Draining now. Oh yeah, my barber has the Dyson blow dryer. Yeah. Do I like it? It's never been used on me. I've seen it there. As far as voice assistants go, I don't think I'll tap back into that market ever. They're just annoying to me. What model is this? This is the LG WM8900. Same one that I'm getting. Oh yeah, this is a great machine. I really love this machine. All right, Chance. Have a good night. Sounds like it's water locking. Oh no, it's got it now. Let me just say this. In the big year going into 2026, this machine's probably the best one you can buy. LG front loaders nowadays are the most reliable and best performing machines. And that's coming from me. I'm a top loader guy. But nowadays, the top loaders are all terrible. Going for the filtration rinse again. I'm assuming the same suds thing is going to happen. To be fair, I am washing blankets on normal. I'm just trying to see if the AI thing is completely... It doesn't do anything. It really doesn't. So I'm washing blankets on normal to see if it ever decides to do anything different. Alright, I stepped away for a second, and yep, there it is. Bro does not check his PC. We've actually bought it 2 times. What? Why'd you buy 2 sidekicks? I wonder if this one will do the speed up, or if it's just gonna stay at this and then cancel out for no reason. Washing machine. Moved the camera a little on accident. Oh yeah, we're speeding up now. Oh, that is nice. What happened to the camera? I moved it slightly. Well, unfortunately, it only does that on the rinse cycle of the normal cycle. Yeah, I don't like the 9000. Well, some of them do because they're carbon copies of the normal cycle. The Denim one. Denim does. New Clothes does. There's a Rainy Day. I don't know. I haven't ran it, but there's a few. Yeah, the 9000 was the original twin wash thing. That was the machine they originally did it with. The Samsung Flex Wash, I honestly, I mean, I feel like it's worse than the Twin Wash, but I still don't know. The Twin Dryer, though, I really wish LG did that. Just like a mini pedestal, 120 volt. Like a pedestal oven. Yeah, literally. It would just be a tiny little pedestal oven. Maybe they even could have made it like a rotating thing. Not like vertically rotating, but like rotating like a top loader spinning. If it did it like a dry agitub, it would probably work. You actually have the Samsung FlexDry? Why is this kinda doing balancing purgatory right now? I do not like Samsung at all. Yeah, wait, did it explode? Because if it did, that... There you have it, folks. Samsungs are still exploding almost a decade and a half later. They're still doing it. They never changed. That's unbelievable. My Samsung never exploded yet. You gotta add on yet. You can never trust it. No, I think the reason they stopped is because the FlexWash top washer had issues with leaking and it would ruin the bottom washer. Oh, well, don't worry. It was on my bingo cards. Okay, real talk. Would you guys rather have 10 shit boxes or 1 direct drive? But here's the catch. With the 10 shit boxes, they are all hooked up to water. They're all hooked up to electricity. You don't have to do it yourself. You just have all 10 of them. And it is at no cost to you other than the cost to run just one. But with the direct drive, it's just a direct drive. I would take the direct drive.
I want a Calypso. I really want a Calypso. The things are so funny. What's up, Lyola? Is grass green or yellow type of question? Well, grass can be yellow. It just has to die. I really, at this point, honestly, I really don't care that you call me Daniel. I don't. I don't get it, but I also just don't care. Well, I actually meant, yeah, there you go. Is everything going? God damn! I forgot you called him LinkedIn. Well, yeah, everything's going fine now. We're not exactly on the best of terms, but the situation's pretty much over. No, I have no idea. I genuinely don't know. I never have. That's why it's confused me so much. Well, I can tell you LGs are much better than the Samsung you had. No, Lyola, you need to get a fuck, what was it? What was the V one? That's the thing. If bro gets an LG, he's gonna turn away, and then he's gonna look at it again, and it's gonna turn into a fucking Indesit or whatever it was. Bro cursed himself on accident. Yeah, no, the curse you gave Matthew worked, but unfortunately, it also works for everyone else. So I can't take my eyes off the machine. It turns into a Indesit. This is the third LG I've had to get this week. No, it's rinsing it good. You can see. I don't own an Indesit. If I look away from the machine, it'll turn into one, and I'll need to go buy another LG. It's been happening to Matthew a lot, and Kieran. Matter of fact, Matthew's back in the USA right now, so he's going to need to replace all of his machines when he gets back. Yeah, no. Yep. That's it. It's just what happens. It's just what happens. You go to sleep, you wake up, boom, house gone. Look in the middle of where it's supposed to be. It's just an Indesit. It's just an Indesit there. Maybe a Vestal if you're lucky. But no. It's just an Indesit. Oh, I didn't know you had Kieran's Chug Chug when you were little, actually. I had no idea. Dude, a couple nights ago, I woke up, realized I hadn't seen my mom in a minute, so I walked into her room. It was just an Indesit. It was just an Indesit in there. There was just an Indesit on the bed. The dog was an Indesit too. What the fuck is the Panasonic water bazooka? Did Matthew's house also turn into Indesit? I don't know. I don't know. Look, he's in the US right now. I don't really think he would know if his house turned into an Indesit, but considering what happened to me, there's a good chance. Considering what happened to my mom, too, he might not have anyone to go back home to. Wait a minute. No, he can't go home anyways. It's an Indesit. Do you know about the damage Dan Hutchinson did to my Indesit in 2019? No, you don't have to worry about it, because he's probably an Indesit now. Yeah, that's the thing. if no one's looking at it, it'll just turn into an Indesit. I've got some bad news for you guys. The moon is gone. We don't know what happened to it, but if you use a telescope and you look up at where the moon is supposed to be, it's a tiny little white dot. NASA is looking into this. They say the object is too small, so they can't figure out what it is by looking at it through a telescope. But they think it's an Indesit. Nintendo was made by Indesit? Oh, I had no idea. That was my chair. It does that when I move sometimes. This thing's old. So since it's on a swivel, if I try to rotate... Well, now it ain't doing it because I de-squeaked it by moving around too much. No, don't do that. Bro's bed's gonna turn into an Indesit. Guys, the most tragic thing happened to me earlier this week. I had been saving up my entire life savings just so that I could go and help the homeless, right? I had over $500,000 saved up. I go and check my bank account. There's nothing there. Because, well, the bank turned into Indesit. So... No, Matthew never had an Indesit until everything started turning into it. Okay, but no, I actually don't remember Matthew ever having an Indesit. Yeah, the whole bank is an Indesit now. I come home from a long, stressful day at work. I just want to go see my wife. I open the front door. I say, "Hey, honey, I'm home." There's no response. There's no response. I walk into the kitchen, Indesit. After my wife disappears from turning into Indesit, I fall into a deep depression. The doctor prescribes me antidepressants, but I wake up one morning and the antidepressants also turned into an Indesit. I go back to see my doctor again to get a new prescription for my antidepressants. There's only an Indesit there. This honestly could... Okay, call me crazy. This could be some really whack movie. In a weird way. Like, imagine there's this dude. Doesn't know anything about what's going on. Just wakes up one morning and things just randomly start turning into washing machines. Everything he knows and loves slowly starts turning into washing machines. And the only way that he can stop it is if he can actually go and find the source of all of it. It's stupid, but it's kind of a good concept. I was driving down the freeway, and I blinked and my car turned into an Indesit, so I just kind of like fell onto the road at like 80 miles an hour. It wasn't very fun. I got hospitalized for a while, until the hospital also turned into an Indesit, so had to move on from that. And then one morning I fell asleep, woke up, was just floating through space. Look behind me, there's just an Indesit there. And then it all just went black because the observable universe also turned into an Indesit.
Where's the honey jar there?
It's empty. I used it for tea.
What do we have?
Nothing. Other than the water. Is Matthew in Indesit Town, USA? I don't... Well, I mean... Yeah, actually, because given what we've been saying, that would make sense. There was this honey that I really liked. This jar of honey. It's like small. It's 9 ounces, but it was $20 because it's butterfly pea flower, and it's infused into the honey. and it was just so good. And I made some tea tonight, and I used the last of it, but there was still some left in the jar, so I was like, I'm not going to let this go to waste. So I used the rest of the water that I had, and I put it into the jar of honey with a tea bag, and yeah, that was that. That's all she wrote. My mom just reminded me that happened. Dude, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really even care anymore. After the whole situation that's happened, I've realized that I'm no better than you are. What room do I have to speak on that? I'm just gonna let this continue with the spin, honestly. I'll just let it do the 3-minute spin at 1100. Because it's not going to, It's probably not going to spin any faster on spin only. I will say, it is really balanced, though. Especially in the back. The back is almost perfectly balanced. The front is a little iffy. Since Matthew is back, are you going to meet him again, or is he going to LinkedIn's? He's going to LinkedIn's place. Matthew is probably never going to return here. My mom really did not appreciate having him over. So, if the Wash Day Z stuff happens again, it will probably not be here. Maybe it'll be me going to Matthew, even. But what's more likely to happen is I would go over to Kiernan's place and then do that there. Although I don't think that would happen. I think that it's more likely I would just go straight to Matthew.
Why does your mom not like having Matthew over here? He didn't do anything. I mean, hey, I personally don't really understand it. But at the end of the day, it is her house. So, who am I to say anything about it? Okay, I'm going to take these out, and then it'll be the big event, which is seeing what Normal does with the 2 king-size blankets. Maybe this is what I do on those nights where I have way too much laundry, but not enough time. I just run Normal for everything, and we see how it goes. Honestly, why not? This blanket is dry now. No lint. There's literally nothing. This one took longer than anticipated. Fuck. I told Ryan I was going to be done with this by 12. And it's... Well, it's not going to be. How? I don't know. That it doesn't... I'm looking at the clock right now, and it does not make any sense how that took that long. But, okay. Here we go. There's one. Here's 2. This is going to be a literal full load on Normal. So, cool. Let's see what happens. Normal, warm. 2 extra rinses. Usual. Let's see what the Normal cycle does when faced with a literal full load. Please don't sense into some stupidly long time. I know it's going to, but I can at least hope it won't. 46 minutes again. Okay. I'm gonna go put this blanket on my bed and then probably bring my second phone out here. Last load, yes. But I brought my second phone out here now, so the wait is over anyways. Oh, come out of the plug. Those pumps are about to run dry instantly.
brand is this washer? Because I'm looking for a new one. This is the LG WM8900. This is the best washing machine you can buy now in America. And I'm not glazing. That's literally true. If you don't like the this machine because its size and you want something a little smaller, or maybe you just want to cheapen the price a little bit, the LG 4000 set is also a really good pick.
Why is this door open? Hang on, guys.
I've got to show you something. You can see the steam coming from the dryer vent, right? I'm not. No, you can. Look at it next to the light. Well, that was my breath, but still. That is awesome. Surf away. So with that IRL, Ryan, we're not going to be out here. I hope you know. Like, at all. The trains are taking up 100% of our time. The time we are going to spend at home is going to be in bed, probably. Only heat pumps from now on. Wow. Okay. Okay. Awesome. I have a VacMaster wet dry vac with a detachable leaf blower. What? Oh, that? Yeah, I guess my mom bought it on Amazon a while ago. Yeah. We don't have our other shop vac. Jesus. Died. I don't know what it was. I'm sorry. Is this washer sailing at Home Depot or Lowe's? I don't know. I bought the machine a while ago. I do not know. Why are we not using the jets? This kind of sucks. There's no water going on at the bottom. We're not using the jets at all. They were literally on for like a half second there. What does this thing think it's doing? That's dry. They are dry in the middle. I see it. What is this thing doing? I could, but the whole point of this is I'm trying to figure out what the AI, because this thing has like an AI. It's bullshit. It's just a computer algorithm, but they're calling it AI, and I'm trying to figure out what it even does. And this is certainly something. Even if this doesn't do much during the wash, the filtration rinse should do the sudding up thing, so. The blankets still look, yeah, they do look dry still. I think they are. We're not using the jets at all during this. What are we doing? I keep seeing it for a literal split second. Yeah, that. Turbo wash is on. What if I pause it and unpause it? No, it just did it again. What? No, hang on. I feel like I know what it's doing. Wait, I gotta pause the dryer so I can listen real quick. No, we're not using the heater. It's just deciding to do this. Because I would have heard the relay click on. Nope, we're just doing this. So, let's just see what happens, I guess. I'm gonna trust the process. I'm gonna be honest. It's curiosity that's got me here. Okay, we are adding more water, so that's something. Those blankets are about to soak up all the water. When am I going to be live again? Probably not tomorrow, but I'm draining now. Okay, that wash cycle just sucked. Probably not tomorrow, but the day after, most likely. So, not tomorrow night, but the night after tomorrow night. Yes, I am still active on Discord. You sent me a friend request. I think I accepted it, unless I fat fingered it and didn't. If I hit ignore, I didn't do it on purpose. Because I saw it, and I was good, and I thought I accepted it at least, but you're not in my DM list. No, this is the normal cycle. I'm just trying to see what it's doing at all. So take everything you see with a grain of salt, because it is not supposed to be running on this. When it's 2026, I have been subscribed to you for 3... Oh, yeah, actually. My channel is going to be... Wow. How is it already... How? How has it already been that, like, short? Or how has it already been that long, I should say? It feels short, but it's long. Oh, was it? That's actually awesome. Nope. Oh, okay, maybe actually. Are you serious? It had that. It was not unbalanced. I know, I can't do anything about it. Yeah, I have an alarm. I can't not. And now my mom's getting pissed at me because I'm not going to bed right now. And the machine is not balancing. There's literally nothing I can do about this. It's the last load. The machine's not balancing. It's a normal sized load. There's just nothing I can do about this. It's genuinely just trolling. Like, at this point, the dryer has 45 minutes left on it, and it's going to get done before this, and the machine says 28. When's your birthday? February 13th. Okay, there it goes. There's no way it doesn't do that. There. Good. Doing a slow ramp up. This is just a burst, actually. Are you fucking kidding me? Do I want sandwich? I would like a sandwich, actually. You're gonna be here all day. It's 11:55 p.m. I'm not gonna be here for much of a day at all. Dude, using your alt and using your main account, it doesn't matter. It's still you. You can use whichever one you want. No way it's gonna do this. Yeah, I figured. It was close though. Now that it's spun most of it, it should honestly be fine. This shouldn't take much longer. I might give you a follow. I don't use Instagram anymore. Alright, see you, man. Have a good night. Holy shit, we did it. We finally balanced. No! Okay, it was just a spin burst. It was just a spin burst. Oh my god. Emotional roller coaster right now. Alright, let's see what the filtration rinse is like with a load of blankets. Well, there's the suds we were looking for. Oh, we're speeding up now. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to try that. Just fucking balance at this point. Thank you. I'm so done with this. I just want to go to bed. Honestly, guys, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let this spin, and then I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna end the stream. I'm just gonna go to bed. But it might studs lock here. So. Okay, we didn't suds lock. So I'm just gonna end the stream after this slows down. Okay. Gonna end the stream now. Also, I'm upping this to extra high speed spin, so it'll do the long spin. I'm gonna end the stream now. Get inside. Go to bed. The 2 blankets in the dryer right now still aren't done, but whatever. It's fine. See you guys in a couple days.